Welcome back to Breakfast Daily on City TV. Don't forget to hashtag Breakfast Daily and hashtag Heritage Month on City to join our discussion. Remember, now till the end of March, it's all about Ghanaian heritage. And we'd love for you to join us in experiencing all of it, okay? You can also send us a message on WhatsApp, 0550-585832. That's our WhatsApp line. Let us know your thoughts, okay? Anything you want us to discuss during Heritage Month, you can even suggest it. Or maybe if we're discussing something and you have some perspective, do share it with us. But right now, we're looking at education in Ghana, tertiary education, and the latest on the UTAG strike. Or is it still a strike? What's the status of all of this? Now, we know what the decision was between the National Executive Council of UTAG and the National Labour Commission. We understood that an agreement was reached for lecturers to go back to the classroom while negotiations continued. However, several campuses and members of UTAG have voted and have decided that they disagree with that decision. We're yet to hear from the full member body of UTAG on this, but for now, we understand some are supposed to be back in the classroom. Well, our colleague Nashika Caesar has some information for us on this. Let's take a look at this.
University lecturers across the country have for several weeks now laid down their tools, demanding the implementation of conditions of service agreed on in 2012. The strike has had a negative impact on academic activities in public universities. The lecturers are adamant about calling off their strike until their demands are met. However, following a meeting with government, leadership of the University Teachers Association UTAG decided to suspend the strike, but the UG branch voted against returning to the classroom. But on Monday, however, there seems to have been a change of heart as academic activities have resumed at the University of Ghana campus. Professor Ransford Jampo is the General Secretary of UTAG UG, and he explains why.
Why do you want to bring students on campus now, only to tell them tomorrow, 1 week or 2 weeks' time, that you are going back on strike? And so that was the basis upon which, that was one reason. The other bit was that members insisted that they didn't trust that the government would be able to put anything meaningful on the table during talks and discussions for members. So that was the reason why yesterday they took a decision at the emergency meeting that they wouldn't be returning to a lecture hall. But we woke up this morning to see a response to the release of members from management, also saying that management of the University of Ghana communicating to us that they would prefer that we wait for a formal announcement on the resumption of the strike as per our constitutional stipulation, by the neck. And so for that reason, we should begin teaching today as had been agreed upon by the Business Executive Committee. We were told that some lecturers had started going to the classroom and all that. As leaders, we cannot go have this a situation where some are complying with some directives, some are not complying. I mean, it creates confusion here and there. So the executive committee met, and their decision was to appeal to members to heed to the next call that we temporarily suspend the strike, even though we disagree with NEC, vehemently disagree with them.
Some students have heaved a sigh of relief about the return of the lecturers.
Some went, they had lectures, but others too went, but no lectures. So you can't come and pay school fees and you will be here eating and sleeping, doing nothing. No, we have to get something from the money we've paid. So I'm very, very happy they are back.
I've been to lectures today, but I've had my first class. The lectures did not show up, but it's our teaching assistants that show up. I've been looking around to other lecture rooms. Some of our colleagues, the lectures have attended to them. They are attending, and then I can see that they are seriously in class. But
for your class,
department or class, it's not going as such.
At the University of Professional Studies UPSA, the situation was the same as lecturers have resumed their duties. Some students spoke to City News.
The students some kind of gladness because we were really expecting this, especially the level 400s who will be graduating soon. If the lecturers decide to go on strike, it means that our date for graduation now will be extended. Yeah, but then since they are back, we realize that okay, everything is going to be on track, and they'll have wonders too that came from a very far place, waiting on the lecturers to just return so that they can start lectures. I'm also happy because now whatever we were praying for.
All right, so there you have it. It's a report from the University of Ghana, Legon campus, and the report was brought to us by a colleague, Nashika Caesar. Now, we want to go over to Tamale and find out what's going on the UDS campus in Tamale. And our colleague, Diana Ngon, has joined us on the line. Good morning, Diana.
Good morning.
How are you doing How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
I'm very well, thank you. Now, what can you report for us about the activities and the goings on UDS campus Tamale?
So I'm currently at the University for Development Studies Tamale campus, where academic work has commenced after a 6-week-long visa strike. The campus is busy with students rushing to attend lectures. A class now with some level 200 pharmacy students doing practical work, and they appear excited. So I will engage the lecturer, Dr. Ivan Amiade, to find out what exactly is going on at the lab here.
Okay.
Good morning.
Yeah, thank you.
Please thank you.
Well, the strike is over for now, suspended. And we started work. We are now in a practical class. And things are moving on well for now. We hope that things will be sorted out as soon as possible, so we can continue with the work we are supposed to do. And it's not our desire or our joy that we should have such incidents. And I think that the earlier this thing is sorted out, the better for all of us.
So we know you've been away for like 6 weeks now, and how is this going to impact on you as a lecturer?
Well, the work postponed. That's what we would have to do in the months ahead, but we have to keep on teaching, and it's going to be a lot of work we have to do. And we realize that even affecting the scheduling of our lectures now, because we have to make up for all this. We're starting lectures at 7 instead of the usual. So it's something we all going to go through, but well, it's a situation that calls for it. So we can't do much about it. We'll try to work what goes to ensure we catch up with the time we've lost.
Thank you very much. So I've been speaking with the Dr. Ivan Amiade. So let's talk to some students to find out how
Naina, I don't know if the lecturer is still close by, but I just wanted to ask him one question. That is there likely to be an extension of the semester, considering the number of weeks we've already gone? We're almost at the halfway point in any regular semester. So is there likely to be an extension of the semester?
Well, for us in UDS, I think we started the first trimester earlier. So we're not really doing an extension. We're still going to do the 4 weeks before the exam. And that's what we are doing now.
Okay. All right. And the situation in Tamale right now, is that the same in Wa, Navrongo, and Nyankpala?
Well, I believe it should be the same around, but I can only talk for those on Tamale campus.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so I will now talk to some of the students here to tell us how it feels to be back on campus. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is John Christopher from Anomia Kamban. Yeah.
How does it feel to be back?
Oh, yeah, it's the same old school that we pretend to, and the same stress. Yeah. Waking up early and all that, but we got used to waking up at later hours, but yeah, we are back to them. We are kicking.
How did the strike affect you?
Oh, wait. affected us very much because we're supposed to be on vacation at this time. It means we're supposed to have learned and written our exams and gone through all that hell of a stress by now. But it happens that we have come back and they've even revised our timetable and everything is so compact. Everything is just more stress. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for listening to us. Good morning. Good morning. Please what's your name? Can I speak out a bit?
Yes, I'm a chair in YT, pharmacy still handlet.
How does it feel to be back and how did the family impact on you?
Okay, I'm actually excited to be back because as a student, the University for Development Studies runs a trimester. So it's like if we are not employed now, now the timetable has been decided. You would have to, pay attention to details you should have done about a month ago. So I'm actually happy we are back there. You'll be done very soon. You are 5 6
Hello?
Hello, Diana.
Please, do you have any more questions for this?
No. I mean, just they seem to be ready to go. They seem to be all geared up and ready to go. Some of the images we are seeing on our screen is from this morning in the science lab and all that. And the students actually look very eager, and seem ready to go. Yeah. So I think all is good. Are they, in terms of how much money, and some of them kept talking about the fact that they were on campus spending money, and not doing any work. How does that impact them as far as the semester now is concerned? Do they have enough resources? Are they going to have to call back for more resources? I'm not sure how some of the students are managing.
Okay. So we spoke to some students and they expressed concern about the fact that while they were on campus doing nothing, they actually spent a lot. And now that lectures has begun, they'll have to rely on their parents again to send them money, and all this is affecting them.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much, Diana. We appreciate your time this morning. Thank you. All right. So that was our colleague Diana Ngwon bringing us an update from Tamale campus. This is the Tamale City campus of the UDS. Yeah. So interesting. I'm glad to see that they're back.
Yes, they are, and they're eager to be back, and the lecturers are happy to be back as well. But you still get this sense of trepidation that there's still some outstanding business here, and they need to resolve it. Otherwise, God forbid, we could see them go back and lay down their tools again. Which, imagine starting off having, the excitement of the students and lecturers, and then having to truncate it again. So I'm hoping the government is watching this, seeing that people are back, people are looking forward to continuing this. We know they have their labor conference in the Eastern region. We know talks are still ongoing. Let's get this resolved once and for all, so we don't have to get these students sitting home again. It would be so bad.
Yeah, I mean it's a tough situation. It just takes me back to my experience.
You said
9 months is a long time, to be off like that, and so I think we can go to Sunyani.
Yes.
University of Energy and Natural Resources.
Yeah.
Our colleague Michael Mfum is on the line with us. Michael, good morning.
Good morning, Kwaku.
Michael.
Hi, Michael.
Hello.
Yes. Good morning. How are you doing this morning?
Great. Yeah.
Okay. And Sunyani, how's the campus?
Oh, great. Last night we had a few showers here, so the heat has gone down a little.
Okay, good for you. I wish we had the same in Accra, but rain has denied us of the pleasure. So talk to us about what's happening on campus.
Thank you very much, Kwaku. Currently, I am at the University of Energy and Natural Resources here in Sunyani. I've been to a few lecture theaters, and I can tell you on authority that lectures even began yesterday.
Oh, wow, okay.
I've seen few students going around rushing to catch up with lecturers this morning. I have with me the president of UTAG for UNED, that's Mr. Reginald Jimate, right here with me.
All right.
Okay.
I want to have a quick chat with him to find out what Mr. Jimate, thanks a lot for the opportunity.
Thank you too.
When did lectures begin?
Oh, lectures began yesterday in earnest. I mean, as you said, I can tell you on authority that as at 6:30 a.m. yesterday, students were rushing for lectures, and lecturers were also in class teaching. I happened to do a survey myself, and I was so impressed. I commend UTAG for responding to the call of National NEC to suspend the strike. I really commend UTAG UNED.
So, Mr. Jimate, what is the next step?
Oh, the next step is once the strike is suspended, as we told our members to comply, and they have really complied. The negotiation, that paves way for the negotiation. So we started negotiation on last Thursday. We are going to continue on Wednesday, that is tomorrow. And we believe by the end of the week, something better will come out of that.
Okay. So, that was Mr. Reginald Jimate. This is the UTAG president for...
Yeah. Just to ask him a couple of questions. Do they see the semester remaining as it stands? I mean, we know that there's a time to start, there's a time to end. Would there be anything that will be affected in terms of the extension of time or anything like that? Or are they going to try and cram whatever they need to do for the semester within the period?
Yeah, Mr. Jimate, so looking at the semester, is it going to affect academic work? Because 6 weeks were wasted. What is going to happen?
Not really wasted. I won't accept the word wasted because it was for a purpose, you understand? But then we're going to adjust. I think management, the executive committee of academic board met, and they have reached that, and new timetable is drawn. At least we're not going to have all the lost period covered, but the adjustment is in such a way that it's not going to affect academic work. Maybe one week there will be short change by a week or so, but it's not going to affect them much. So we know what we will catch up. The students will not be disadvantaged.
Okay.
So that was president for University of Energy and Natural Resources.
All right.
Thanks,
Well, thank you. And do you have any students that we could speak to as well?
They are all rushing to so I can't speak to them now.
Okay. All right. Michael, we appreciate your time. Thank you very much for bringing us that update.
Thank you.
All right. So that was Michael Infum.
So Michael Infum is our correspondent there in Sunyani. Yeah, okay, so I think the general vibe is a very positive one.
Definitely.
Definitely. People are excited to get back to school.
Yes.
Eager to, get into academic work and all that. On both sides, the lecturers as well as the students,
Yes.
Hearing that it's starting lectures at 6:30 in the morning, I'm like, oh, wow.
They started yesterday as well, in earnest. The lecture, it sounds like they've been waiting to get back into the classroom and do what they love and do what they do best. And they just want government to fulfill their promises to them. It's as simple as that. But maybe we see it as simple, but maybe behind the scenes it's more complex than we think. But we can tell that everybody's committed. At least the students, the teachers, they're committed to getting in the classroom.
Well, here's the thing. So no matter how complicated it is, the issue is that there was a pegging.
Yes.
That was done. I think it was 2013, 2014, somewhere there.
-ish.
And then over time, it's whittled down. And it's like all they're saying is that, listen, we're not saying pay us our money today. We're saying take the pegging back to the, I think, 114 or something % of basic salary. Take it back there. That's all we're asking for. If you take it back there, we're back in school. It's as simple as that. Which means that over time, they will collect their salaries at a certain level, do you see? So this is what they've been debating and arguing for, right? So I also don't see the complexity per se in doing this, right? And I think that over time, when it was dropping down, I think it's dropped down to about 50 or 54%, somewhere there like that. Nobody was being consulted and told. It was just dropping, So it's part of, this whole thing where it's like the employer says, this is what we'll pay you. But without consulting the people, we say, we have reduced how much we're going to pay you, and over time. And this is what UTAG is upset about.
We can't do that.
So
Just look, you made a promise to us, fulfill it. This was researched, published, agreed upon. Just stick to it. Let's see how it goes. Especially, I'm interested in the outcome of the labor conference that's being held, and because there are broad labor issues. The UTAG strike is just one of many that has happened this year, and many that are threatening to happen. And so just it'll be good to iron out some of these difficulties that government has with labor, and etc., and back and forth and vice versa. But again, glad to see students and teachers going back to school, and hope that it continues, and hoping that I think the 4th, which is Friday, is the date that we're looking at to see whether or not the NLC and UTAG can officially come to some kind of final agreement on this. And so hopefully this will continue past then, because it really would be a travesty if yet again
for us to go back
we have to go
into
back.
Another strike.
I mean, it wouldn't help anyone.
It'll be terrible.
Yeah.
And I think that we've been here enough times to know that it's not a place we want to go back to.
No, it isn't.
Do you see?
It isn't.
Yeah, we've been here enough times to know that it's definitely not a place we want to go back to. And so whatever it is, government is going to have to do more. Because that's really what it is. We say negotiations, but the truth of the matter is that it's really government having to keep up their end of, the arrangement, as opposed to you saying that UTAG needs to compromise.
UTAG says no.
I think we're gone past that.
We've compromised and compromised for
we've gone
years.
past that point.
Even
at least that's the way
recently,
I see it anyway.
Even now with them going into the classroom, it looks like they're doing it in good faith, because just a few days, they could have decided, let's wait and
hold on and see.
But they're there, so they're also acting in good faith. All right, let's check in with Caleb Kuda. He's at the University of Ghana here in Accra, and he's going to bring us an update on what's happening there. Caleb Kuda, good morning.
Good morning, Kokui.
Good morning, Caleb. All right, now, where exactly are you standing?
Okay, so Kokui, it's very likely you've used this lecture hall before. It's room number 14. I'm in JQB. This is the basement. And let me just say that we met Professor Jampo, Ransford Jampo. He was on his way to lecture this morning. Yes. He's the General Secretary for Legon UTAG, and he has vehemently conveyed the position of Legon UTAG to the decision of the NLC to suspend their strike following the NLC's engagement with them. Yesterday he spoke to us and then said that despite their vehement opposition to that decision, they've had to comply with the decision from the University of Ghana management. Now, we met him this morning. He was on his way to the lecture. Quickly, I am at JQB, the Jones Quarter building. I've been to lecture number 22, where they were supposed to have Fixes 401. That was... that didn't come off. It was dissolved because the lecturer didn't show up. That was the only hall up there, is the one this way. There was no lecture happening there, but with all other 3 lecture halls, I saw lectures ongoing with students, their lecture notes, and lecturers present with TAs as well. Some of the students are down here getting ready for their, let's come this way, Paul. They're getting ready for their lecture, which will be at 10. One of them is here. I'll be speaking to them. And then there's a lecture currently ongoing in room number 14. So I'll be there as well to interact with the lecturer and maybe some of the students when I get a chance. Fantastic. But hey, sir, how are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm doing great.
What's your name and what you doing here?
Okay, my name is Gideon, a student of the University of Ghana.
Okay, which level are you?
I'm in level 200.
So what are you getting ready for?
I'm getting ready for my sociology class, which will be starting around 10. Yes.
Now, are you confident lectures will happen?
Okay, yesterday I had one of sociology lectures and he came for the lectures. So I'm hoping that another one will come off today. Yes.
When you're looking at the course you're going to take this morning, has it appeared on your Sakai? Have you been able to register? And in your WhatsApp groups, what are your course reps telling you? Does it look like it's going to come off?
Okay, currently the one I'm supposed to have right now, that's the Sociology 223, hasn't appeared on my Sakai yet, and then one of my UGRC, Culture and Development. So I just sent a message to Sakai telling them that those two courses are not appearing on Sakai. And from the WhatsApp groups too, we are not hearing anything about it coming off. We haven't seen any Zoom link to connect us to the lectures so far.
So you think that chances are, what's the probability that it may not come off?
Yeah, the probability is high that it might not come off because Sakai, we are like, everything is being given to us on Sakai, and currently it's not appearing on our Sakai. Then I'm seeing it to be a challenge for now.
I spoke to one of your colleagues who doesn't want to speak on camera, but she says that she doesn't feel mentally ready because the strike has persisted for a long time, and also because the General Secretary for UTAG Legon says that they didn't think coming back is necessary because all their issues have not been resolved, and then they don't want to start, and then later on they will say that they are on strike again. Mentally, are you prepared to come back to class?
Okay, mentally I'm prepared to come to class, but what I'm also seeing is that for them coming later then they are going back again, I'll see it to be an effect on us. So I would just say that they should just go then resolve everything, then prepare and come fully.
So you prefer the strike persists so that all the issues are resolved before they come back?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Thank you. Finally, how has the strike affected you?
Okay, it has affected me a lot because I'm having some of the slides I will read, but I will even go to YouTube at times looking for like explanations, but then like what they give to me, still I'm not understanding it.
That tells you just how important lecturers are, I guess.
Yes, they are very important to us.
So what's your word to government over this long-standing impasse with UTAG?
Okay, my advice to government is just to listen to them, negotiate with them, then just give them what they want. Yes.
Thank you very much. What's your full name again, Gideon?
My name is Gideon Na. Yes, please.
Thank you, Gideon Na. So, Kokwi, that's Gideon Na getting ready for his Sociology 202 course later this morning at 10. Yes, Kweku.
Caleb, what is a Sakai? It looks like I've left school a long time ago. It's too long. What's a Sakai?
Kweku, can you say that again?
I'm
please?
asking a question. I said, what is a Sakai? I have no idea what a Sakai is.
That's fine. So the Sakai is a software where their courses are uploaded.
Oh, okay.
They get to see and access. So it's a software that has all their courses updated. And during the COVID-19 period, much of the online, it's like a virtual classroom, literally, virtual platform where you can engage your lecturer and have your courses and stuff like that.
Okay.
Right. Okay, so Kweku, I want to take you into a geology class that is currently underway.
Okay.
We've sought permission from the lecturer. He's invited us to come and see what's going on.
Okay.
So come along. Let's get to the classroom. Okay, so the class is more than half full.
Okay.
And it's ongoing. Maybe we'll not show the faces of the students particularly. So let's just come this way and then get close to the lecture. Good morning, class. I have to class. Prof, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
So as I spoke to you earlier, we're on City TV. My name is Caleb, and Kokwi and Kweku are looking at us right now. Just wanted to ask you, first of all, your full name, what course you are handling here?
Yeah, my name is Professor Johnson Menu, and I'm teaching ESC 217 optical mineralogy for level 200 students.
What is optical mineralogy?
Oh, it's basically the use of light to get more understanding about minerals.
I see. This course doesn't look like if you leave the students on their own to study on their slides, they will understand. Am I right?
Yes, you are right.
Good.
Yeah.
So, personally, the strike has persisted for like 6 weeks. Do you miss being in class?
Come again, sorry.
Do you miss your students, the lecture experience and all that?
Yes, I did. Really did miss them, yeah.
How was the feeling like? Tell me.
Oh, it's very interesting. I'm really feel so happy to see them, and I'm happy that they are also so much willing to learn and doing our best to help them, yeah.
Amazing. It's been 6 weeks.
Yes, please.
And you've been, UTAG collectively, you've been demanding your due. Yeah. Many believe that your concerns were right. Classroom, and you have not exactly had what you wanted. How does that make you feel as a lecturer?
Well, I think every problem has got a solution. So certainly a solution will be found. Yeah. Yeah.
When you engage your students, are they mentally prepared to come back, knowing that the strike may recur if your concerns are not completely addressed?
Yeah, I think they are very much happy and very willing to learn. Yeah, so they are hoping that things will become normalized, and we all continue on with their studying and then with schooling as well.
This is a very technical course, I can imagine.
Yes,
and
please.
Having lost 6 weeks in the academic calendar, how much workload is ahead, and should the strike recur, how much of an impact will that have on your students and yourself, given that workload will pile up?
Well, I don't imagine that the strike will reoccur. Yeah, if it does, it's going to be very disastrous, because there's going to be very, very little room for us to make up with the semester, based upon the fact that we have 10 weeks of teaching, and then thereafter the students will break for a little while and come back for the second semester. Right now we are in the first semester, and this is one of the fundamentals in the ESC 217, the course in geology.
And I can imagine if you miss your fundamental, Charlie.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can go ahead. Yeah.
I can tell you enjoy what you're doing.
Yes, I do.
So what's your word to government? What should it do so that you can continue enjoying what you do without the interruption?
Well, I believe that, like what I said earlier on, every problem has got a solution. Yeah, and I'm sure with the talking going on, a solution will finally be found, and everybody will be happy. Yeah.
Thank you, Prof. Is this your regular class size, or are you expecting more students?
No, I'm expecting more students. Yeah.
That means some didn't trust that you would be in, or they were not sure what to do.
Yeah, exactly. Some thought that the class wouldn't come on today. Yeah.
So, guys, class is back. Lecturers are expecting you to be here. Well, some lecturers didn't come, but thank you for talking to us, Prof.
Okay.
I really appreciate it. Thank you, guys. So Kweku and Koku, hello, sir. How are you doing? That was a very quick interaction with a professor who's handling an interesting course in geology. I can't even remember, it's mineralogy, something.
Optical urology.
Caleb.
Optical.
Thank you.
Yes.
Caleb Kuda, you're hilarious. But what he said stood out to me, that, look, they have to resolve this, but otherwise it will be disastrous for the school year, for the semester.
Yeah.
So you can tell that he, and I'm sure other lecturers, are optimistic of a resolution to this and to bring finality to the issue, because none of them wants to start this and then have to stop again. No, you can tell. But this is great. Thank you for taking us into that classroom.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's
nice.
correct.
All right, Caleb.
Thanks, Caleb.
Do you have anybody else you want us to talk to? All right.
All right.
Thank you very much, Caleb.
Thanks, Caleb.
Well, that was a good interaction there with our colleague Caleb Kuda, who took us into an optical mineralogy class at the University of Ghana campus, and it's a geology class. And well, we're going to take a short break. Don't go anywhere. Breakfast Daily will continue.
You're still watching Breakfast Daily on City TV. Hashtag Breakfast Daily, hashtag Heritage Month on City, and WhatsApp 0550-585832. Maybe you're a student, you're watching us. Let us know what your experience is like today. Have you started lectures? Are your lecturers in class? And what's your feeling on the whole situation with UTAG and government? Well, We'd love to hear from you. But right now, we're taking a trip to Kumasi to join Edward Opong Mafu. He's our Middle Belt correspondent and a bureau chief. And he's going to tell us what's going on the KNUST campus. Good morning, Edward.
Good morning, Kofi.
Hi. All right. What's up in your neck of the woods? Now, we've been to Tamale, we've been to Sunyani, we're here in Accra, but we want to know what's happening in Kumasi.
So, in Kumasi, especially here at KNUST, academic work has resumed. In fact, lectures resumed on Thursday, and on Friday, lectures were also in class. And yesterday, we came here, and it was some significant improvement because most of the places that went to lectures were around, and students were there in their numbers. And today, too, full academic work is going on. At the moment, as I'm speaking to you, within the central classroom block area, and I'm in one of the classrooms here, a lecturer was teaching. I had to interrupt her. I'm here, let me try interacting with some of the students here. This is the final year class, that's French. And for them, the first year, that was where there was a demonstration, academic work halted for a while, and it affected the academic calendar. At a point, there was COVID, so they had to break for a very long time. And even last year, there was this UTAG strike. And this time around, there's another strike. So basically, for final years, it seems we have been working. Let me try talking to one of them. Hello, what's your name?
My name is Shalom.
All right, so Shalom. Within this period that the strike was going on, what was going through your mind? And you personally, as a final year student, how's the experience been like?
It was a very terrible experience because at a point in time I thought we will not be able to graduate this year, but we didn't know when we will come back to school or what UTAG will finally decide on. So it was a very terrible experience for me personally.
And this issue has not been resolved fully. What is really going on in your mind? How do you feel? Have you started your thesis, and how has it been within this period?
Okay, for me, my project partner and I started our project work during this period. So we were not sitting idle during the strike. At least we were busy doing something. And now that we are back to the classroom, I am hoping the government will do something about it, and the lectures will continue just as it is now.
But since Thursday, that university management issued a directive for lectures to resume, how's your experience been like? Because I remember on Thursday I went to some classes and lectures, some of them were not available and all that. What is your experience?
For us, we started lectures that very Thursday. Fridays are free for us. So yesterday we had classes, and this morning too, classes are in full session.
All right, thank you very much. Now, let me start talking to another person here. So you're also here. Let us get to know how your experience has been. What's your name?
My name is Anthony.
Okay. And so you feel, how has it been? Do you feel it has affected your academic work and even with your entire year?
Yes, I would think it has affected, it can really affect us because as I'm talking to you, me personally have a mixed feeling. Because in a way I'm happy that we have resumed. At the same time, I'm a bit worried because first of it by Friday, the government hasn't done anything, and it means that the strike will continue. So I don't know, we are a bit set.
And as a student, did you actually miss the period, the time you used to share with your lecturers and all that? How was it like for you?
Yeah, we actually missed those periods, and it hasn't been easy. There are times because of the strike, you don't have the opportunity to even meet some of the lecturers and talk to them. So it's been in fact a difficult moment for us.
And what do you think can be done, in your view as a student, to help resolve this issue and also to relieve you of the kind of burden that you've been within this period?
Sincerely speaking, I believe the main thing has to do with the government solving the UTAG problem. Because students, what can we say, what can we do? So I believe most the work in fact lies between the UTAG and the government. So we are praying that the government will be able to do something as soon as possible so that we can have the peace of mind and continue our studies. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, David and Kofi, that's the situation here. And then, various places that I've been to, lectures are going on where I am at the moment. And lectures were going on, and I came in and I was interrupted because we are here at the moment. So, it appears everything is going on at normal.
All right. Thank you very
Great.
much,
Thanks,
Edward, for that update. We appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, so that was our colleague Edward Opon Mafo there on KNUST campus, and it was good seeing some of the classrooms that I've been in before, you know, and seeing them buzzing with students and all that. Yeah,
I think it's good. The general sense is things are going on smoothly.
Across board, really.
But it's, you know, it's interesting because last week, you know, when we heard that the NEC informed their members of the decision to suspend the strike. Then the universities voted, but before they voted, you know, the KNUST membership communicated with the management of the university and said, okay, they would go back to class.
Yes, and
then they voted, and they voted against suspending the strike. So it was a bit confusing at first. People were not sure, okay, what's going on? You know, are they in favor? Are they not? But it looks like everyone has put their reservations aside, at least for now, for the greater good, should we say, in hopes of a positive outcome. So let's see how it goes. Because I get the impression that if government doesn't come correct, as they say, the lectures will go off again. You know? So yeah, they should sort it out.